Yeah.
How surprised were you that the Eagles came back to win yesterday?
I cashed in my chips too.
Right?
I thought they were done. I've never seen things quite like this. I can't remember in all my years doing this of seeing a defending champ at home get so dominated, so overwhelmed, so embarrassed for an entire half, and then fall behind 26-7 early in the third quarter and completely flip the script and win the rest of the game 26-7. Those are some weird numbers, but that's what happened. They fall behind 26-7, and then the score from that moment on, early third, is 26-7 home team. Well, that's impossible because in the first half, they had -3 yards passing. -3. Jalen Hurts had -3 yards passing, and A.J. Brown had 1 target and 0 catches in the first half. In the second half, A.J. Brown had 9 targets and 6 catches for 109 yards in the second half.
As he should have.
My God.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of a famous quote from Rudy Tomjanovich. I'm going basketball again. Back in the day of the Rockets winning back-to-back, there was no Jordan. He was gone for a little while. But remember what Rudy Tomjanovich said about those Rockets? Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion. And as cliched as that might sound, that was hearts of champions right there in the second half, because I was highly impressed that the Eagles showed no quit, no give up, no what the hell happened, like we just had a bad day. No, they didn't quit, and the Rams got put back in their place. They're just not ready to do that just yet. I still have great respect for them and Matthew Stafford and even Jared Verse in the defense. They made a first half statement, but unfortunately, they're 4 quarters.
Would you call that clutch, the Eagles?
I mean, Jalen Hurts has always been clutch, but it was like 2 quarters of clutch. It's like every throw has to be clutch because there's no room for error, man. The degree of difficulty is extreme.
But the biggest part for that is they finally cut him loose. Patillo finally put the ball in his hands, right? And I know there's games you're going to have to be balanced. You have Saquon Barkley as your running back. Get him the football. But sometimes, and I talked about this, why he's a top 5 quarterback, is Jalen Hurts is so good in his role to know, okay, there's games that I'm going to be Clark Kent, and I just have to be pedestrian and get the ball to Saquon and throw a check down and throw a slant. But then there's games where he has to be Superman and throw the cape on, and he can do that. And that wasn't against a team that, okay, we're getting blown out on a game we should win. That's a damn good Rams football team, and we probably will see this matchup again in the playoffs if they meet each other. But the thing that was most impressive to me is that regardless if it was the first half or the second half, Jalen Hurts didn't change mentally. There was nothing to where it looked like, okay, I turned it on, I'm ready to go now.
Never.
He didn't get flustered. He didn't get rattled in the first half. I mean, watch him after the damn block on the kick. Just keeps his face the same. Walks over, shakes Stafford's hand, and goes to the locker room. I mean, that's the type of guy that you want as your leader. But again, back to Patillo, they need to get A.J. Brown the ball. He is a difference maker in any game that he's a part of. I mean, the game was won, in my opinion, on that third down when he threw the stop out on the left side, strong-handed it, took it, got off him, and then went and picked it. Like, at that moment, I'm like, Eagles winning this game. There's no way that they lose this football game, and that sparks everybody else. Another thing, too, from watching it as a play caller, they started going up tempo. I don't know if you noticed that in the second half. They started going fast pace up tempo. What does that do to a defense? Now we can't call those slash the strong safety Sam blitzes. Now we can't call those corner cat blitzes. Now we can't call them Mike Sam. They just have to go vanilla and go, hey, 2-2, we're checking 2, go cover 2. Then you hit Dallas Goedert down the middle of the seam, thinking, why is he so wide open?
That was huge.
We're going up tempo. You can't get into the play calls that you were getting home with those strong safety pressures. Also have to give credit to the defense. I thought after that sack fumble to start the third quarter, they score in one play to Kyron Williams, on the reverse out and throw it to him. I thought, okay, the defense is going to check out, offense checked out, because the fans sure as hell have checked out. They're booing, they gave up on them. But no, the defense did a great job of shutting them out the rest of the game, had 2 blocked field goals. So I'm not going to say that I was surprised that they came back and won that game, because it's the Eagles. You can never count them out, but it was extremely impressive. It really was. One other guy, too, is I got to give a shout-out, Fred Johnson at right tackle. Lane Johnson goes out. They bring in Matt Pryor.
But he couldn't hack it.
He's struggling, so they go to as a guy who's a backup. And I know these guys weren't, but I've been a backup to where they go, all right, this isn't working. You got to get in there. That's a tough place to be in against Jared Verse and that defense. And Chris Shula, Fred Johnson played some damn good football.
Because he locked it down, man.
Yeah, he did. He played some good football.
Well, I'm not going to say I knew they was going to come back, but when you get that lead with that much time I just don't like it, man. I never like, when I played, I never liked being up 28-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, if we playing a good team, the players all lax. You could just feel it in the locker room. Guys eating fucking hot dogs.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just come off that gas. The coordinator start calling the game a certain way, and you just leave that opportunity for guys to come back. So when they came out and got the sack, fumble, boom, they scored again. They went up with like 26-7 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like 14 minutes left, and I'm like, man, this is a good-ass football team. If the Eagles go score right here, it's going to be a game. Boom, they went and scored like that. So I wouldn't say I just knew they was going to come back, but when you got that much time, man, I just hate how those type of games go, period.
Yeah.
So
Do you think they were eating hot dogs in the
I'm telling you, I've been a part of that.
Slowed them down.
Something.
Hey, 31-0. It's
always
31-0,
hot
man.
dogs.
I'm telling you, it's too loud in here, bro. I used to go in the locker room like, bro, they
That's a
think
good
we
point.
won already. It's too damn
That's a good
loud in
point. You
here,
get
bro.
complacent.
Like,
Yeah.
Bill was good at coming in like we up 30-0. Like we haven't done fucking. Bill had a knack for making you feel like you ain't done shit
Yeah.
when there was a blowout at halftime.
Yeah.
So every coach don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I hate those type of games, especially when you playing somebody who has stale faced as Jalen Hurts.
That's
He's a
what he
killer.
is.
He gonna go until the clock says 0-0.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I knew, but I just hate how those kind of games go.
Yeah.
Good point.
I think, obviously, like you said, Jalen is a killer, but you know how, like, when coaches say you never know what player is going to be? I felt like in that second half, every play meant something. And just like a championship team would and should, they made it count. And you can't put a price tag on that, especially when you got a quarterback that, like you said earlier, no matter what you need from him, he's able to give it to
Yeah.
you. Like, and then watching the game, like it just seemed like they're just a team full of dudes, bro.
Dudes, man.
Like you can't. Oh, man, it's hard to explain, but like when you are that confident and you know that when you step on the field that we have more dudes than you do,
That's true.
we're gonna be in the game regardless of what it is. Like it's
Yeah.
like the years when I was in Green Bay, those 5 years, like we had dudes. So no matter what happened, we know we're gonna be in the game. And Jalen Hurts is like, think whatever you want about him, he's a winner. And clearly he's a leader.
Yeah.
And those guys would do anything for him. And like, it showed up in the second half, and it was just super impressive, for sure.
And to your point, talking about dudes, it takes one to get going.
Yes.
And then, like, you see that happen. You hit that sluggo to
Yep.
AJ, and now Goddard's eating. And now Saquon gets a little bit better in the run game. And then you
Yes.
find Devontae Smith for the game winner. That's a real thing. And you feel that as a quarterback. When you're
Yeah.
out in that game, and, and I'm out there and I hit a guy on a sluggo, all right, I'm going to let some other guys start eating. And then the defense is starting to worry a little bit because, okay, we shut them down in the first half. Now those same answers of the test aren't correct anymore.
Yeah.
We've got to rechange this and go on and do these different, adjustments. And guys are starting to find big plays. It's
Right.
a scary place to be in.
So to your point about Jalen and AJ, they had a personal issue, an off-the-field issue early last year that they had to sort of work through, and they did. It took a while, but they worked through it. And there are times even now where there's just a little something going on between them that I don't understand because that makes no sense to me. And I can't completely condemn Kevin Patullo, the new play
Yeah.
caller for
Yeah.
this, because at some point, Jalen just has to get him involved. It's like CD and the Cowboys. You got to get the ball in his hands because he's going to imprint the game. He's going to snatch one out of the air with these vice grip hands, and you're just going to say,
Right.
it's going to ignite the whole offense. Well, you go the whole first half and he gets one target and no catches. It's just wrong. And some of it, at least 50% of the blame has to be on Jalen. And I love Jalen, but there's always some like uneasiness between those two. And then in the second half, they had no choice. Like, okay, here we go.
Exactly.
We got to do this.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the Eagles, man, that's what they bring to the table. We gonna come run the ball down your throat and play defense.
Yeah.
Now, if we get down doing that, then we
Okay.
got a whole nother way we can
Yeah.
beat you. We got two killers on the outside.
Yeah.
point.
We'll murder you with them guys. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I just feel like that's what they bring to the table, man. They got a way they want to play. if the passing game presents itself, they can beat you that way as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like how they don't force the ball to AJ. Every wide out want the ball. Like, I mean,
Do that.
I remember Emmanuel Sanders on the sideline saying, like, bro, we pay you $4.5 million. He said, bro, y'all paying Emmanuel Sanders all this money and y'all ain't throwing Emmanuel Sanders the ball? Like, you make $4 million, bro. Like, it's not that much money.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just how wideouts are, bro. They want the ball,
Pretty good.
Yeah.
period. So AJ supposed to feel like that. But I feel like, man, they do a great job on how they run their team. They let their defense play. See that second half, what they had, punt, turnover on downs, block field goal, block field goal.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they let their defense play. They don't force nothing, and they attack you on however you want us to attack you. That's how we going to attack you.
And that's why the Eagles are as good as they are. That was a great point. Because they can beat you playing their style of football,
Yep.
then they can also beat you playing your style
Yeah.
of football.
Exactly.
And not a lot of teams can do that. And that's a great point, Aqib. But that's scary. And now you see Howie Roseman rewarding Saquon Barkley and paying him in the offseason. And they're bringing these guys in. They're treating their players well. And that's going to make more guys want to come play for the Eagles. And if you can get guys that want to come play for your team, and then they see the type of culture they have, that's a dynasty in the making. That's going to be a good team for a long time.
It was unwavered yesterday. That if I had them as a maybe repeat, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, they showed me a lot yesterday. Them kind of teams, that's a championship
I
team.
understand. Yeah.
Who I watched yesterday,
got
man. Just
Against
unwavered.
against a really good team.
Against a really good team.
Like, that's-
unwavered, bro. We down 26-7. All right, here we go, y'all boys. Let's go. Like, hey, man, that says a lot to me.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of guys that wouldn't play for the Eagles right now.
Oh,
like I said.
100%.
But let's move on to the Chiefs because not